is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
To the air right away is Hurts. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the number 1 goal is to come out with a victory.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense.
Here now, a toss to Montgomery. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they're on the...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Lions have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. First and goal.
Hold on. Check.
To throw is Goff. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense. And
that is caught in the end zone. He's in. St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Goff. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. And make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Williams in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 3rd and 9.
It's now 3rd down and 9.
Now Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And no chance to down this one. He carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air again. Hurts. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. in trouble. Down he goes. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he will get into the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So what a start. You don't always get 3 possessions in the first quarter, let alone 3 TD passes in the opening frame. Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Covey now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. That one incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down coming up. To throw is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. David Montgomery. The speed on display. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with a run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Bates.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see 2 of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
What a beautiful afternoon for some football. So pleased that you could join us today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They go play action with Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Running it with David Montgomery. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. One of the tight ends motioning left. Off play action, Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home at that sack.
Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. From the red zone now. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and
And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. This one finds Goddard. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Motioning Williams left. They go play action on first. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Give up the gut to Montgomery. And that's good for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 32. Able to find Wright. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff trying again here after the pick. It's taken in by Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. From the pistol, Hurts. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it sets up second down. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Hurts setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Goff to the air now. Throw complete to Williams. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Throwing again, it's Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. They go play action with Goff. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead to 8. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, Britton Covey. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Flushed out of the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Lions are going to take over after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. First down throw from Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Laporta with the grab. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll send him over right. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Montgomery does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. It's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Montgomery. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than 1 stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down throwing for Hurts. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Chased out to his right. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to
Bates
come.
has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd.
They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50.
Hurts now from the gun. Hits his running back. Juke the defender. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, Hurts. He connects downfield on 4. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Hurts. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jack Campbell with the INT.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Goff on 1st and 10. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Carlton Davis. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. They send a tight end in motion. Off play action, Goff. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, Goff finds Laporta. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again, it's Goff. He finds Laporta. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Trying to find A.J. Brown. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead.
some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on third and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. So no return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. They put a receiver in motion here left. On first down, it's Goff. He's still going at the 30. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers. And
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. St. Brown's got it. Complete.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Goff. This is complete to Patrick. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game.
And they pick him off again! Kirby Joseph picks it! And the Lions are set up just shy of the 25 after that tackle. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. This is Montgomery running right. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll send their tight end right. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head.
Laporta with the grab. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Montgomery now up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. Goff setting to throw. Throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions stretch the lead to 23. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. And they pick him off again! Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Montgomery. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Tight end motioning right. Goff on third. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions have it again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Montgomery. Down the sideline to the 45. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. So the Lions get the win on the road. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Philadelphia.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
They run here with Dowdle. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. To throw is Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Dowdle. trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. They run again with Dowdle. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Option play. Here's Robinson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Well, if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Playing with some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Daniels looking to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Daniels. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Daniels going to throw for it. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Prescott. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. To Cooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Daniels. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Carlos Watkins in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. On the draw, Robinson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's taken down inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action. Daniels under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Prescott off play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now third down and 7. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage that time for Washington. 76 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Robinson again. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And that flag accepted. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Prescott down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Washington offense heading out. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. To the air goes Daniels. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. On third down, they're going to run for it here. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Up to the 20. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
That's good for a Cowboys.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Daniels looking to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next on Madden Football.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off from Arrowhead. Returnable from the 1. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 28. Hauled in by Worthy. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Another one for Cook. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blitz coming here. Allen. Hits him on the out route. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Now here he goes. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. They left a few on the table their last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Allen. Into a crowd and, intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Ty Johnson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Blitz coming. Mahomes completes this one to Rice. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 13-0 lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Butker to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. This one down right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. The give to Pacheco to start the drive. He's got a gain of 6 there. Christian Benford up to make that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent. That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Bills will take over deep in their own territory. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw now, Allen. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Motioning the tight end now. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Benford up to make that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Piron. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that brings up 4th and long. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They're out and set. 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Allen setting up to throw. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs nearly take it back for a pick 6, but he's stopped at the very last moment. Mahomes. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal. Pacheco has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson with a return here. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. 1st and 10, here's Allen. Buying some time right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing here, Allen. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They'll go. Allen. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they take him down right along the 30. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff to Piron. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Here's Mahomes now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Man in motion here. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 17. The screen pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And that is cocked. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get more points to end a lopsided first half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Allen now on first down. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills chop some of the lead off before the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Has it at the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Cook, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Justin Reed with the tackle. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. This is Cook on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion a tight end left. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Another throw for Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now run by Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. It's Allen out of the pistol. And a man is there to knock that away. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be second down. Allen setting up play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Allen gonna throw again. He's gonna push one deep down the right. And that one's gonna be knocked away, and that's gonna force a change in possession. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 6 coming up here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Finds his man, Gray. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Motioning the tight end left. Back to the air, Mahomes. This throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 7-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. Return's looking good so far. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're some time into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his #1 premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yep.
Because you know if you create that kind of
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
First down, ball at the 36. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. It's Pacheco again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's a short gain of 1. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Butker to try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chiefs tack on 7 more to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Butker to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chiefs continue adding on to that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. And they pick him off again. Justin Reed has the INT. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense making its way back out now. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in your...
He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And the defender comes away with it. Picked up by Jalen Watson.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Well, Brock, their passing game has been the highlight for them offensively so far. 3 touchdowns and a whole lot of good plays beyond that.
And Ken, I think what we've seen is an offense who's reading the same book as the defense, just a few chapters ahead. Each time the defense tries to make an adjustment, well, the offense has a counter ready to go. Lesser passing games would have had some serious trouble trying to keep up with this pace.
Running right is Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Right back to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Back to throw Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing is Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. Has a lane inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, then, man, boy, did they ever.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
He'll air it out down the middle. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack. 3rd and long for Rodgers. This is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll gun, it is Swift. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
17 yards that time to number 17. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Hall. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run here with Hall. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
That's good for Jets. 1st down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rod. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Evan Byard, the veteran who's broken up a few passes in his day, gets to that one. So, 4th down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit, that was really well done.
The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The big fella, Quinnen Williams, forcing his way in for the sack. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Gibson to return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago. Now Swift. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 14-3 is the score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he will score. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 21-3 advantage. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Kene Nwanwu now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Here's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. On 2nd down, it's Williams. On the out, connecting with Allen. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Need to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the 1st half. 1st down for Aaron. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers. Open man. Downfield, it is Adams. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. They'll put Everett in motion here. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete, but now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here? Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. 2nd down and 3. On the option, it's Swift. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a 1st down. Thrown quickly. That's more on the RPO. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he spins his way into extra yardage. Going to be a pickup of 9. A good run there. 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Here's Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's going to be taken down. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. It is brought in the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
That's interference. Defense.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rodgers. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. The Bears are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. Throwing is Williams. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to run with Johnson. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They'll try to run with Swift. And he's into the end zone yet again. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears add on to their already sizable lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Rodgers on first down. He's going to look deep for Adams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Williams. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the 3rd. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. And more of the same. Another interception. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it, and the Bears will add one more onto their big lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can get him through it, keep putting the ball in his hands. If you think he's done for the day, you got a big question you got to answer, whether he should even be in the game.
Looking deep for Lazard. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Bears have it.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going for it on 4th down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive, but great job here by the defense coming away with the stop, and now we'll see if the offense can come on the field and take advantage of it.
DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination of the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Here's Williams now to throw. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Heenan, Allen, touchdown Bears. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Santos for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bears stretch things out even further. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times.